Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join Phil. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archive. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now, but you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy. They do their homework. They look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and world one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
Trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on, and the earnings by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
Only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical, generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. I now have become a consistent.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
On top of the world, I my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you. Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
Why aren't you using the spiders? Why are you paying 3% of the money you saved as a fee? 401k, you are paying in fees 63% of the money that you saved. That is crazy. Why don't you switch to the spiders? Join my gang, Phil's Gang, and do what millions of people do. Use the spiders. 500 best stocks in the world.
Find out more at philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600 877-600-4264. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
I don't know why people don't understand. Valerie Jarrett is a communist. That's right. I said that about a year ago. And I said it even, I think 3-4 months ago. We talked about how Valerie Jarrett is a communist. Her family is from Iran. And how her and her uncle, they created, or they developed this newspaper, which was the largest communist newspaper in Iran. They were the ones who started the revolt against the Shah of Iran, who, by the way, did one hell of a job with Iran. I mean, what a beautiful country when he was in charge. I mean, it was incredible. And Valerie Jarrett's a communist. And when I said that, I got email. Oh, what are you talking about? Well, today, guess what? Finally, the Judicial Watch comes out and says what I've been saying for a long time. I've been saying forever, right, JR? I've been saying this for a long time. And so they come out today and they say it's been confirmed. Well, thank you. The Valerie Jarrett's a communist. Valerie Jarrett, remember, she's a Chicago lawyer, a slumlord, and she is Obama's right-hand person, the confidant, key player. Remember, she was the one who was the key player in the cover-up that Attorney General Eric Holder, remember, he lied to Congress about Fast and Furious? And she did everything to cover that up for him. So it goes on to say, the Judicial Watch blog, you go yourself, and it says that she's very faithful to her communist roots, and she's still connected to many extremist groups. They go on to say extremist groups. I'm paraphrasing this, so I don't have to read all of it. Including the Muslim Brotherhood. Whoa, there's a group to hang out with. Yeah, best friends, Muslim Brotherhood. And you wonder why we take our troops out of Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan. Wow. Now, it goes to say that her family, they have very strong ties to Frank Marshall Davis. Well, we know that. And he's a communist and a big brother and mentor to Obama. And people are afraid to say that he's a communist, but he is a communist. I mean, just look at, wait till I get finished with the TPP today. That'll really show you how he's a communist and a socialist. But let's continue with this, because this is interesting. So, or maybe not be, but I think it's interesting that we have a communist in the White House, the most powerful woman in the world. She's running our White House. I mean, she is the president, and she is a communist. That's why we're having so much trouble with Israel. She's trying to, believe me, she wants to wipe out Israel. She does. Matter of fact, the last time I talked about it, that's how I started, because they found that she interfered with 3 different loads of ammunition and missiles, Stinger missiles, I think it was. They're being shipped to Israel, and she made sure those missiles did not get to Israel. Yeah, this is her. And remember what we're doing with Iran, with the nuclear program, the treaty. That's a joke. And I think I told you that I'm trying to think of his name now. Kerry. Yeah, John Kerry. John Kerry's daughter, remember, is married to a doctor, Iranian doctor, who's a communist and who is high up in Iran, the party they have there, and he's the one that's really doing negotiating for Kerry. And this is unbelievable. So Valerie Jarrett is a hardcore communist, no question about it. Go check it out. Her file is full of stuff, and her dad was a pathologist, and his name was Bowman. That's why people don't connect it. His name was Bowman, and he has extensive ties to the Communist Association, to communist individuals. He has a lengthy FBI file, all his connections to the Communist Party, and went on to talk about how the father, Bowman, is a member of the communist sympathizing group called the Association of Interns and Medical Students, and he was involved with that. And after his discharge from the army in 1955, her father moved back to Iran to work and as I say, that's when he started his newspaper. But according to more of these government files, that he worked with all these, he was associated with all these interns and medical students, and he organized them. And he has this faithful following of these communist students now, or they at least follow the Communist Party line. And he was very big, Bowman, or Valerie Jarrett's father, was very big in Washington, D.C. And he has deep ties to the Chicago Communist Group. This is incredible, isn't it? So go check it out. But I don't want to go on this all day, but I just wanted to show that I reported this before anybody. And everybody thought I was nuts. Now, there it is. Go to the Judicial Watch blog. It talks all about Valerie and her father, a bunch of commies. No news with us. Okay, what else is going on today? I'll tell you what's going on today. A lot of crazy stuff. The GDP.
Our last look at first quarter GDP. Au revoir. Down 0.2. You guessed it correctly. Pretty much exactly as expected.
Now, are you kidding me? First quarter, a negative 0.2%. Corporate profits have dropped now by 8.7%. Now think about that. But stocks have been going up. So stocks keep going up 30% a year, but corporate profits are going down. Business investment is down, minus 2%. And yes, you remember durable goods fell for 5 of 7 months? What kind of news? This is terrible. But the market, they keep the market going up even though there's no business investment. Of course there's no business investment. Not with this kind of environment. But corporate profits are dropping by 8.7%, but their stock is, what are they doing? They're keeping their own shares. They keep borrowing the money from the Federal Reserve to buy back their own shares, to pump up their earnings, to pump up their stocks. So in the last 5 years, stocks have gone up for 30% a year, while companies their earnings are contracting. How phony is that? That is a fake economy. That is a bubble. Then you have this idiot, Steve Leisman, and Blitzer. They're all excited about housing. This are these two dopes. This is Blitzer.
Housing, I think, is beginning to perk up. For the economy, what counts in housing is new home construction. That's where you create jobs. And those numbers in the last couple of months, including yesterday, suddenly don't look abysmal.
All right. Again, lying. Here's what they're not telling you. They're all excited about the housing. But here's what they didn't tell you. It's all apartments. which is not good news, because that means when you're building apartments, and that's most of the construction that's going on, when you see the building permits, that means home ownership has dropped to just 62%. 62%. That's the lowest percentage rate of single-family home ownership in 25 years. That is horrible. That's horrible. Why? Why is that happening? Well, we don't have meaningful jobs. We don't have enough full-time jobs. We don't have job growth the way we should. Always goes back to jobs. More on these pathetic numbers when we get back. We'll take a look at the stock market, and we're going to talk about TPP.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of investing techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today, with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, this is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at Phil's.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
philgang.com chooses interactivebroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information, and be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's interactivebrokers.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers. Options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. Interactive Brokers. To all my Phil's Gang members, I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today, with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. Simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Why aren't you using the spiders? Why are you paying 63% of the money you saved as a fee? 401k, you are paying in fees 63% of the money that you saved. That is crazy. Why don't you switch to the spiders? Join my gang, Phil's gang, and do what millions of people do. Use the spiders. 500 best stocks in the world.
Find out more at philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-64.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com. Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And tonight we'll have a new video for you. Don't miss it. Go to my site tonight. Go to the Phil's Gang. And on YouTube, and it'll be a brand new video, and I'm going to explain to you everything that's going on in the market. So if you have any question, don't know what's going on, what's happening, I'm going to explain it very easy, simply, using a little chalkboard I use, and you'll enjoy it. And it's absolutely free. All right, I'm going to get back to the GDP. That's very important because you got to know where this economy is going, and we're going to talk about the Trans-Pacific partnership that Rubio was the deciding vote, which is terrible. We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, let's get to the market. The stock market, again, is down today. Okay? Now, every other day, it's either up or down based on what's going to happen with greasy Greece. Okay? So, either one day Greece is going to settle with their creditors. Next day, they're not going to settle with they're a bunch of crazy people over there in Greece. All they want to do is dance and outside in the beautiful sun in the pub, and they just enjoy life. They don't want to work. I mean, it's a real socialist country. They don't want to work, and they don't want to pay so I mean, they have a great on life, and it's the same outlook that Obama has. He's going to take your job away, and he should be honest about it with this new trade agreement, and what he should just look, I'm going to take your job away from you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Your job. I'm going to take 1.4 million jobs from you, but don't worry about it because I'm passing a bill. We're going to make sure we got enough welfare money for you. So you can come along with us, but you'll be on the welfare ride. So don't worry about it. Everything will be just fine. So that the big guys can make a lot of money. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, let's go to FE. All right. I want to show you something. Again, every day I this across to you. I don't know. I don't have billions of dollars to spend like the 401k companies, the mutual fund companies. The ads that the mutual fund company has are beautiful. I can't compete with them. The beautiful ads. You see them on TV every night. The husband and the wife walking down the beach in Florida, and the sun's setting in gold, and the fish and the dolphins are jumping up in the sunset, the yellow sunset. And the dolphins are jumping, and the fish are jumping, and the seagulls are flying around, and they're walking hand in hand. They love each other, and they're going to retire with their 401k. Really? I can't compete with that. That's never going to happen. They're on the beach with their little meters, trying to find change, loose change. That's what they're really doing. That's what they're metal detectors. That's what they're trying to do so they can heat. Are you kidding me? That's all about. So, it's the 401k is a joke. You're not going to retire with a 401k. Or my favorite all-time ad is the one in Vermont where they have the beautiful log cabin and they have Bambi the deer jumping over the creek and little Bambi's looking at you and the husband and wife, perfect's over here, perfect LL Bean's the checkered shirts on, and I mean, just seems like in the flowers, everything's beautiful. Have your 401k. But if you went up to Vermont and saw somebody with a 401k, the flowers are dead. You can't walk up to the porch. Everything's broken and busted. And you got a deer. They already gutted him. He's been there for 6 years. They ate half and left the rest of it there. And that's because they have a 401k. They're broke. They're broke. That's the truth. Yeah. So those ads, don't believe those ads. I wish I had the money to convince you. But see, it's if you would just understand. You can't make money if somebody's taking 62 cents of every dollar you put away. How can you make retire? And you're not retiring. People aren't retiring. They're retiring. They're not retiring, period. Few people are retiring. What was it? Last week, I think I told you that 72% of the people that retire go back to work after 14 months. They can't make it. So here's what you do. It's so simple. You can do it with an individual stock, or you can do it with what we call an exchange-traded fund. Take a look. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Look on my site right now. Just click on Watch Live, and I'm going to show you right now. FE. What's FE? First Energy. Now, I've always told my gang, and you can have this for nothing, I told my gang, anytime that you see interest rates going up on the 10-year Treasury, anytime you see that yield, they call it yield, interest rate, goes up, you know immediately the energy companies, okay, like utilities, are going to go down. The stock's going to go down. You can make easy money because it's going to go down. Because if you're an energy company, you're a utility, you have to borrow money every day. So interest rates increasing kills you. Look at this. If you had my P number, when it turned from green to red, look at this, turned to red around $35.50. And then you look down below where you had the confirmation. Red has to cross yellow first. Once red crosses yellow, that tells you that the institutions that own this stock, most of the stock, they're taking their money out. And look at the money you would have made. Look at the money you made. You would have made about a 5 or 6% return in about 3 weeks on your money. What is so hard about that? But I could stay here all day. I could pull my hair out. I could get to the top of the Empire State Building and scream this all day long. But nobody's going to listen. I don't have the money to promote. Not like they do the 401ks. They don't. Anyway, check it out. Check it out. All right. Let's go PPP after the break. But first, let's finish up the GDP because this is really serious. When I hear this kind of nonsense right here.
By all measure, we are better off than when I took office.
Really? I want to know who the idiots are applauding for him. First of all, we have a negative GDP. Corporate profits are down 8.7%. Business investment is down. It's -2. Durable goods fell 5 or 7 months. CNBC, Blitzer, and Leisman are all hopped up about, look at this. Housing's good. No, it's not. Because all the housing numbers are apartments. They're building apartments, which means that we have a problem. It means that we don't have enough money. We don't have enough good jobs. We don't have enough good paying jobs. And we don't have enough overtime. There's the problem. We don't have enough overtime. And when we get back, I'm going to tell you why. Right back, 28 past the hour here on Phil's Gang. Please join the gang and learn how to use the PT to get your 401k.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on the market today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no fees, just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Why aren't you using the spiders? Why are you paying 63% of the money you saved as a fee? 401k, you are paying in fees 63% of the money that you saved. That is crazy. Why don't you switch to the spiders? Join my gang, Phil's Gang, and do what millions of people do. Use the spiders. 500 best stocks in the world.
Find out more at philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools, sophisticated risk management, and keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com. Offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC. It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
You're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Here at Phil's Gang, we most of 2008 and 2009, all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today, with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time testing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now,
consumer spending a little bit better. Can we talk about what, if anything, this first quarter number or readjusted number tells us about when the rebound in the second quarter?
Where's it tell you you're negative? No one tells you stop talking about recovery and start talking about the economy. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. By the way, Duke Energy, I just checked it for you. Remember I gave you FE? That was the energy that we talked about earlier on the last segment, and we said that went down about 5% in about less than 2 weeks versus energy. I just checked with Duke. If you had the PT2, you're a gang member, and when we had our signal, our crossover, that was about another 6% you would have had on that stock. But here's the next thing. Will turn around and go back up, and when it's ready to go back up, it'll turn green. How do we know? Because the institutions will put their money in, and then the technology tells us when it's going in, and then money in, creating pricing power. The technology picks it up, and when it turns green, we buy it. So try it once, and if it doesn't work anymore, got to do something, because it's not working. This GDP's not working. Our country's not working. And you can't listen to these people on CNBC or Fox or any of these people that give you advice. You can't. Because you can't have stocks going up 30% a year with profits going down 8%. Don't make sense, does it? Well, it does if you just work with technicals. That's right. Now, this first quarter GDP is a disaster. Negative. Do you understand what negative means? But here's what gets me about negative. You put in $750 billion in TARP. Okay. Well, Bush used most of it. Obama took over, he got about $250 billion. But then he took $150 billion in his stimulus bill. And then he puts another $7 trillion hidden money in banks. Are you kidding me? We put in totally about $12 trillion in this economy. And we have no growth? What are you, nuts? This is crazy. Now, here's the problem. The reason why that home ownership has dropped so much. We've never seen anything like this before. Not in the United States, where the home ownership has never been this low in 25 years because we don't have enough meaningful jobs. We don't have job growth. We don't have good wage growth. And we don't have any overtime. We don't have overtime. When was the last time you saw overtime, that you worked and got paid for overtime? You haven't. You haven't had any overtime, have you? See, and remember this. Single home ownership is a direct result of jobs and job growth. And Obama has never focused on the economy. He's never focused on jobs. He focused on Obamacare. He focused on extending welfare empire to buy votes. His job growth performance reflects it. It has 2.5 million less jobs compared to when the recession started, for a total shortfall of 10 million jobs. Let me say this again. He's been working on Obamacare, which is welfare. He hasn't been working on the economy. He hasn't been working on your jobs. Instead, that Obamacare has killed us. His welfare programs killed us. That's all he thinks about, buying. And his job performance reflects it. 2.5 million less jobs compared to when the recession started. And he's got a total shortfall of 10 million jobs. Now, let's put that in perspective. Reagan, at the same point, without putting that 12 trillion of QE in, he had no 12 trillion, he had no QE, the same situation point, Reagan at the same point in time as Obama, with a much worse recession, no QE, his job growth performance was an increase of 9.5%. 9.5%. And plus 10 million. With no shortfall. Obama, with 12 trillion in QE, he had 2.5 million less jobs compared to when the recession started. Reagan, 9.5% more with 10 million. Now, consumer spending, Leisman Bragdon says it's up 2.1%. Wait a minute. But what he doesn't tell you, he lies to you, what he doesn't tell you, he doesn't want you to know, is the 2.1% doesn't reflect an increase in units sold, but higher prices for the same number of units sold. Meaning, you have a bicycle store, 100 bicycles, and you made $1,000. The next month, you sell another 100 bicycle, and you made the same amount of money, let's say $10,000 more. Well, wait, that doesn't matter. You want to think of units. Because what's happening, the prices are going up. So you took your bicycles and you raised the price. You need to raise price because inflation, everything was going up. So here's what's going on. That same 2 and 1% where he's saying, boy, this is good consumer spending. No, it's not. It's need to buy goods that are going up. That 2.1%, most of it was health insurance increases. The health insurance premiums. That's why we went up 2.1%. He doesn't tell you that. He doesn't tell you it's need to buy goods that went up to 2.1%. That means your staples, that means your insurance, so forth. I think it's time with the real GDP, this real GDP, economic growth, annualized less than 1.9%. We're growing less than 1.9%. That Obama and his fools at the White House, his Kool-Aid drinking cheerleaders, the communists, Barrett, it's about time they stop talking about recovery and start about the economy. Let's get it fixed. You listen. He's not producing the right kind of jobs. He comes out and brags that he produced 9 million jobs. So what? So what? When you're bragging, he created 9 million, but 71.7% of the 9 million, all low-paying waitress, bartender, hotel, motel, clerks, and food sector, with an annual wage of $21,000. That's 71% of the 9 million jobs were making 21 grand. Are you nuts? Followed by 18% of the 9 million were professional services, technical people, 47,000. And the highest paying group, we had the least amount of jobs. The highest paying construction, mining, manufacturing. They pay $87,000 on average. 11%. 11%. That was it. So the 9 million jobs, the lowest paid, 71% of those 9 million were low paying $21,000 jobs. And then you take the highest jobs that pay $87,000. Well, 11%. That's it. 11% of that job growth. So stop talking about the recovery. Focus on the economy. What's wrong with this guy? We're at a negative growth of 0.02%. Yet Obama increases the welfare budget by $56 billion on top of his already $2 trillion. What are you, nuts? Increases his welfare budget by $56 billion? And he increases the welfare spending, that $56 billion. You know what he spends it on? He spends it on job training. But wait a minute. We already spent $18 billion on 47 overlapping programs that even the government says there's no pot from. We've had these programs since President Hoover, and the federal government said it doesn't have any positive effects. The auditor said that. And they went on to say that the employment and job training programs don't fill any critical economic need that the private markets don't already fill. This is crazy. Wow. $56 billion now. Another 50. We could have taken that $56 billion and we could have gave it to small businesses. The engine of our economic growth. We have no economic growth. So now we're going to have more job training programs that don't. It's all politics. Because you see, it makes it look like they're doing something. And when they pass this TPP, all the 1.4 million people they're going to lay off, they can say, hey, oh, look, we got $56 billion for you. Go retrain yourself. We'll be right back after this break. What are you, nuts?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
$1 million to create a green job? What are you, nuts? That's what it costs. $12 million for one green job. 2,298 green jobs were created under Obama. capitalism days? That is insane. He promised 5 million new green jobs. 26 billion gone. Join my gang so you know which stocks to buy.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande. philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock markets. That's Phil Grande. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I've had in my years of doing all my different. Say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
$12 million to create a green job? What are you, nuts? That's what it costs. $12 million for one green job. 2,298 green jobs were created under Obama during his crony days. That is insane. He promised 5 million new green jobs. 26 billion gone. Join my gang so you know which stocks to buy.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I've had in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel on YouTube.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, join my gang. It's $49.95 a month. And you don't have to get your chart until you've used my chart. And follow me on the stocks. I give my gang the stocks. I'll say, okay, here's the stock we're going to look at. We'll watch it. We'll observe it. When it turns green, we'll buy it. It is not hard. Check it out, philsgang.com. And all I ask if you do good, just help St. Jude. That's what we started here 15 years ago. We're still here. A lot of other people have gone. We're still here. And we're helping St. Jude. And I want to reach out and help you. You help St. Jude. Okay, I'm going to help you right now because I'm going to explain what this TPP is about. But first, here's Obama, what he's saying about it.
If I did not think that smart new trade deals were the right thing to do for I wouldn't be fighting for it. This is the right thing to do.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here's the truth. Why doesn't he be truthful? Can he be truthful for once? He should just come out and say, look, here's what's going on, folks. Here's what's going on. China is geographically and industrially poised to capitalize on the tremendous growth in Asia. They have 10 times the amount of people that we have. And if we don't lead, and if we don't go in there and start leading, and if I don't sign this deal, then guess who's going to provide all the things to the 11 countries that they need, the aircraft, their cars, all the stuff that they need to be the giant that Asia is going to be? Who's going to provide them all that stuff? It's going to be China. And we can't let China do that because we need our multinationals. We need GE. We need Microsoft. We need Oracle. We need them to be in there making the profits. That's what we need. That's why we got to do this. Okay, I'm sacrificing your job. I'll admit it. So what? Why do you think I've just put together the new legislation that is going to guarantee you, everybody who loses their job from this program, you're going to get all kinds of welfare benefits? He did. They're just putting it together now. Nobody's talking about it. It's called the, oh God, I'll find the actual name of it. But there's an actual agreement that China, that they're putting together. Here are the folks that they know there's 1.4 million people are going to lose their job. And their whole deal is, look, it's all about China. We better do this so that our U.S. companies, our big companies, we don't want them struggling. And we don't want to struggling in technology and energy and our most profitable sectors, especially manufacturing. And they will be struggling if I don't lead. I don't sign this. China will be the one leading. So you're going to have to, for the better good, give up your job. Now, I'm sorry. Bill Clinton lied to you about NAFTA. And so did Bush Sr. He lied to you. They knew you were going to lose 756,000 jobs, but I'm not going to lie to you. This is for the better good. That's why I'm increasing the $56 billion in the job training program. Because you can go and learn another job. Although I know they don't amount to anything. I mean, I know. It's true. They don't. All the research shows that they do nothing. But at least you'll feel. But at least you'll feel good. You'll feel good. And that's what this is all about. See, people don't understand. Why doesn't he just tell the truth? Once you accept the truth, you lose your good. So that our multinational company put me in office and who will make sure the Democrats will always control the Senate and will control the House of Representatives. They'll take care of us. So we got to do this. So please, you're going to have to give up your job. And I'm not going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to get everything. Let me tell you, you're going to get all kinds of checks. And that's the deal. That's what everybody knows. It's one big lie that they're not going to lose jobs. Here, listen to Ted.
Unfortunately, what we see today is another manifestation called the Washington Cartel. It is a corruption. It is a cartel of career politicians in both parties.
That's exactly right. And here's the bill, the Trade Adjustment Assistance Bill. So let me ask you, if you weren't going to lose your job, why would they be putting together the Trade Adjustment System Bill, which is all kinds of welfare, to take care of the 1.4 million people who are going to lose their jobs? Does that make any sense? And his excuse is, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not going to try to hurt you. We have no choice. We got to take care of our corporations, our big guys, the guys who make huge profits. Because you know why we got to take care of them? Because we're going to tax the hell out of them. And that comes to my treasury, and then I can create more welfare. Don't you understand? This is what he's saying. But see, you need somebody like Trump to shoot back and say, wait a minute. Tell China to go to hell. There's no more currency manipulation. And next time you ship your tires over here, instead of selling them for $35, with our tariff, you're going to have to sell that tire for $3,500. $3,500 a tire. How do you like that? Put that in your rickshaw and drive it around. Huh? That's what they need to do. And that's what's going on. That is what's going on. This is just crazy, isn't it? And today, the earnings, it was people don't understand what this means. It's going to hell. Do you know most people don't even know what the GDP is? They have no idea what it is. They have no idea. They hear people talk about economic growth, GDP, they think, which indicates the economic health of our country. And here's the important one, our standard of living. And it's important because it gives us a snapshot of how the economy is doing at any time. And when we look at this today, where our GDP is a negative 0.2%, whose fault is that? And corporate profits down by 8.7%. But yet the stock market keeps going up. The stock market's been going up for 6 years, 30% a year. Nobody cares. You would think the White House lawn today would be outraged over that 0.2%. Wouldn't you? Nobody cares. They don't know what GDP means. We're consumers. We consume. Our whole economy is consumption. We consume. We do not make anything. And we'll never make anything. Anybody that tells you we're going to bring manufacturing back here, that we hear all the time, are liars. You're not going to compete with Vietnam at $2.85. You're not going to compete with China at $1.85 and pay somebody here $25 an hour plus all the benefits. No, it's never going to happen. The only way you're going to get it back here is to tell China, stick it, we're going to put a tariff on, and no more do you manipulate your currency so that when we send our there, we can compete with anybody. And when we send our computers over, compete with anybody. And if you don't like it, tough. But Obama comes out and says, well, we got to do this. We got to do this trade agreement because, my God, it's China. And China, we don't want them to have it. We don't want them to be the leader. We don't want them providing all the trucks and all the airplanes and all the boats and all the ships and all the stuff that they're going to need to make Asia, the 11 countries, the biggest trade areas. We got to be the leaders. Hello? What are you talking about? We don't need this. Why would we tell our people, sacrifice your job for the better good, so our corporations, so the guy at the CEO is making 1,200% more than the guy on the floor? The CEO, he can borrow from the Federal Reserve money at 0% to buy his own shares, so his stock options go up 300%. What does the individual guy get out of this? What do you and I get? Nothing, except welfare. $2 trillion already.
This investment a little less worse, -2 instead of -2.8. A little less
little less worse? This is what we come to? That's our metric?
Business investment a little less worse, -2 instead of -2.8.
See, so we're -2 instead of -2. That we should feel good. What are you nuts? Look, join my gang. So whether the stock goes down or the stock goes up, whether they pay, it doesn't matter. We'll be on the right side of it. We'll make money either way. Join my gang tonight. Phil's Gang. Check it out.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.